toss time. Game number 8 in form. 7 districts. They'll be taking on Houston Mavericks. Next to me is the captain of 7 districts, Zakaria Afridi, and next to him is Teja, the captain of Houston Mavericks. And most importantly, we have the services of Mr. Jaffrey, who is the match referee for this game. Afridi will flip the coin and Teja will call. Heads has been called, and you have won the toss. क्या आपने यहाँ पे सोचा?
Yeah, we will ball first because it's look like a bowling pitch, so it's going to be good for bowling. We will ball first.
You had an excellent outing on the day one. So what are the plans coming in this game?
Yeah, plan is this like in power play we have to get 4-3 wicket and it's good. Yeah.
And any changes from the previous encounter?
Yeah, only one change. Zakaria Gilani with Suleiman.
All the best and have a good game.
Thank you.
Teja, they have asked you to bat first. Happy by the decision?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with batting and bowling, but bowling would have been our main choice, but I'm fine with batting too.
Now you're batting first. What kind of total do you think is defendable?
I think 150 would be defendable. Yeah.
And this is your first visit here in UAE. Have you enjoyed your stay here and did you get a chance to explore the city?
I mean, we haven't explored the city. It's a nice country, and we'll explore it in our rest day.
And I also know that you are very much into from Andhra, so you like idli sambar. So did you get a chance to have that cuisine here?
Yes, I had it yesterday night for dinner.
Great, and enjoy the game and give us a good game.
Thank you.
So the news from the sideline is that Afri, the captain of 7 districts, he has won the toss and he has opted to bowl first. Hello and welcome back to the second game of this evening here on ground number 2 at the JMR Sporting Club. This is day 2 of the World Junior League 2025 Under 14 Championships. Got another thrilling encounter here as the local team, 7 districts, take on the Houston Mavericks, coming all the way down from the US. We've seen some exciting games so far. Absolutely brilliant finish to the previous game as the London House Kings beat the Melbourne Lions by 4 wickets with just 3 balls to spare. Chased down a massive target of 183. The star of the show and the man of the match, Omar Shah, 85 of just 28 deliveries. Once again, we're here with 2 fabulous teams. The Houston Mavericks coming off a loss against the Melbourne Lions by 10 wickets, but that wouldn't have dented their confidence too much, as it was still just the first game of the season. But on the other hand, 7 districts chasing down the target set by London House Kings comfortably yesterday by 9 wickets. Didn't make a big fuss about it as they took the team home comfortably. A few big names in each side. Ayush Singh, the captain of Houston Mavericks, and Zachary Afridi, the 7 districts captain as well. Navneet Karnani, wonderfully technically gifted batsman. Neev Jetwani as well, bowled wonderful off-pace deliveries towards the back end of the innings. And never forget Harshad Singh, the left-arm spinner, who was given the new ball as he bowled 4 overs from one end to finish off his spell within the first 8 overs. And of course, the man of the match in yesterday's game, Imran Khan, the left-arm Chinaman. We're in for a thrilling encounter here. It's the 7 districts won the toss earlier on and chose to bowl first. So the skipper Zachary Afridi with the ball in hand. It does look like he will begin proceedings here at the JMR Sporting Club Oval number 2. The Houston Mavericks did struggle a little bit in their previous game. Played quite a lot of dot balls in that middle phase especially. Eventually led to their downfall. But they'll be looking to complete a quick turnaround. They won't be dwelling too much on that previous game. Have to wait and see what happens soon. Zachary Afridi with that first ball. That is played down the ground there towards a mid-on fielder. Shiv Kambalapalli, the opening batsman, alongside Anshetty. Promises to be a very, very exciting encounter as well. Both these teams loaded with immense talent and a promise for the future. Yeah, Zachary Friedi's second delivery. Oh wow, seaming away slightly. Got some good movement in the air as well. As Shiv opens the face of the bat and places this down all the way to the third man fielder on the fence. And he's off the mark, and so are Houston Mavericks. First run on the board. Zakaria Afridi, the skipper, pacing in once again. Third delivery. Oh wow, this one seemed to be coming in slightly. They were looking for that single, but is sent back by Anchetti on this occasion. Another dot ball to the scoreboard. Zakaria is off to a bright start. Been getting the ball to move slightly in the air as well. So there'll be encouraging signs. Anchetti on strike. Second delivery to face. He's played it down the ground as they scamper through for a very, very quick single. Midon, a little too slow to react. That allows Anchetti as well to get off the mark. Identical scores for both of them currently. Just 4 deliveries faced and 2 runs on the board. Yeah, it's been a good pitch to bat on, so the Houston Mavericks will look to put on runs on the board as this one goes off the outside edge between the keeper and the slip fielder. Captain will not be too impressed by that. The runs flow off the bat of Shiv Kambalapalli off that outside edge. Doesn't matter how they come, he'll take it. A streaky boundary for him to get up and running. There, the captain making that change now, switching up that slip fielder. Not too happy with that effort. But Mohammad Hassan in that slip cordon now. Once again, Shiv on strike. Zakaria Afridi, last ball of his over. Oh, pitched up on the legs, and he's whipped this away nicely. But there is protection out in the deep. The deep square leg fielder comes around to keep it to just a single. Brings us to the end of that first over of the Houston Mavericks innings. It's 7 for no loss. Then 7 districts opting for the same strategy as they did in the last game, giving the left arm spinner the new ball, Harshad Singh. He'll bowl the second over of this innings. Now is the perfect time to introduce my friend and co-commentator Asghar Khan into the comm box. Welcome, Asghar.
Thank you so much, Arjun. Another exciting game in prospect as we look forward to this contest here. Seven for no loss, winning the toss and nice start. Whipped away off the stumps as well. Good fielding. That's a good slide, good pickup. 7 districts. They had a terrific performance yesterday and obviously looking to continue something which really worked for them. Very good bowling from Zakaria, Hershad. Some clinical batting. That's top stuff. Struck down the ground. Harshad tossing the ball up. Very simple and easy approach to up to the stumps and bowling in the right areas. Oh, he looks to go big inside edge. On another day, could have crashed onto the stumps. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. It's been spot on since that first delivery as well, Harshad Singh.
brilliant stuff. This on Shetty, slightly under pressure now. He's played those 2 dots back to back. Once again, back of a length. Would have gone on to hit the top of that off stump. He's only managed to play it to that mid-on fielder. Another dot, 3 dots back to back. It's a good start so far from Harshit. Will Shetty do something different? No, he doesn't. Just pokes it onto the offside. A quick single taken. Slight chance at the non-striker's end, but he makes it safe. 2 runs off the over so far. Final delivery coming up. Shiv Kambalapalli got that boundary early on in that first over. Got a different task now. Oh, beautifully done. Completely undone there in the flight. Shiv looked to come down, but Harshad Singh strikes. What a brilliant delivery. That has yoked himself.
Brilliant stuff from Harshit. Straight away making that important breakthrough here for 7 Districts. Tossed up delivery. Look at he use his feet and just undone himself at the end, but rewards him for some tight bowling. 9 for 1. Nine for 1. Houston Mavericks in a little bit of spot of bother. First wicket for 7 Districts. Harshit Singh, fantastic reward for some very good bowling, accurate bowling, bowling at the stumps. Most important on this surface is to look to bowl straight. Down the leg side. May have flicked something on the way through. I have to wait for the umpire signal. Yeah, just press something on the way through here. Interesting piece of bowling change, Arjun. They've taken off Zakaria. That is a bit of a surprise to me.
Yeah, it is a surprise, but he's the captain himself looking to make that change. But Mohammad Hassan does do a brilliant job at any phase of the game. He bowls a very, very heavy ball. Got a good bouncer as well. Oh, there, that one very short. As Shetty just dives into that, places it over that point fielder so easily. 1 bounce, 4.
Very good shot. Just to ease that bit of a pressure. Mohammad Hassan, good approach to the wicket. Good young talent, fast. But it was short and it was wide, asking for trouble. That's an excellent square cut, played with precision, and that too is a no ball, so it's going to be further costly here. Free hit, looks to go big, doesn't quite get it, so the opportunity missed here in shape of that free hit.
Yeah, I think Shetty just trying to power a shot through that leg side region. I think he's a much better timer of the ball than using his brute force. Stick to his strengths and just try and convert those singles to doubles and then slowly find those boundaries as well. Oh, this one's too short again from Hassan. And Shetty uses the pace beautifully. Puts it all the way down to that fine leg fence. That's another boundary off the short ball from Hassan. Beautiful stuff. Better direction, but still a little too straight. Radhan Shetty really looking confident playing that short ball. 2 boundaries from Hassan's short delivery so far. I don't think we'll see any more of those, at least for this over. Anshetty slowly climbing up, 10 of 10 from him. As Hassan misjudges his run up. He'll have to reload that one.
He's got all the ingredients to be a very good fast bowler. Just needs to be a little consistent here. So far, he's got good pace, good approach to the wicket. Just the length he needs to operate on this surfaces. Just be patient. You can't really blast batters out on this slow surface. Being a fast bowler, it's just about keeping it tight. Perhaps just look to attack those stumps. Houston Mavericks, they'll need a big score. Score of around 170. No demons in this pitch. Same surface used for the second game of the day here at JMR Oval 2. Oh, what a yorker! That is absolute peach of a delivery. That is right up with one of the great left-arm fast bowlers' dismissal. You talk about Wasim Akram, you talk about Mitchell Stark. That was a special delivery.
Oh, that's absolutely phenomenal. I was saying, to get such a corker first up, unplayable. Oh wow, look at that. Threw him off his balance completely. Oh wow. Oh, that's a sight. That's a delight for any fast bowler. See the stumps rattle like that. Unfortunate for Ayush. But he has to walk back early, not troubling the scorers. Houston Mavericks, you lose their second wicket. And the score is 19 for 2. Seen a brilliant delivery there from Hassan. Absolutely unplayable. Gonna look to finish this over well. Once again comes in. Oh, once again right in that block hole. Not giving the batsman any chance at all. He finishes off with a wicket and a dot. That brings us to the end of that third over. Houston Mavericks 19 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Nineteen for 2 after 3 overs. Absolute brilliant delivery. In swinging yorker at high pace from the left arm. Muhammad Hassan to remove the right hander. That was an absolute peach of a delivery. And this is a very good combination for 7 districts. Pace from one end, spin from the other. It's gone aerial over mid-on. He didn't quite saw it initially. That was struck hard. Perhaps half a chance.
Yeah, really hit hard by Anshetty. Might have maybe gotten a hand to it, but I think the sun getting in the way of that ball. Unfortunate for Harshad in the end, as he has to concede a boundary of his second ball. Anshetty really looking to take this attack, playing a counter-attacking innings, despite the Houston Mavericks losing 2 early wickets. He's opted for a good strategy here. Trying to get that boundary of the first two deliveries off the bowlers over to try and put some pressure on him. But let's see how Harshad Singh responds. Will he come back with a bang? He's known to come back and pick up wickets. Once again tossed up. Oh, outside off. And Shetty just leans into it and slaps it down the ground once again. He's making it look so easy out there. Back-to-back boundaries for him. What a brilliant shot this is once again. Pitched up, slightly too full from Harshad on this occasion. There isn't the usual drift in the air that he usually does get in towards the right-handers. That's missing today. I think that's been the difference. Once again, that's the one. Slightly sharper, coming in with the arm. And Shetty can only manage to get that inside edge onto the pad.
Some positive intent here from Ansh. 19 of 15. Looking to take the game on. 2 boundaries in this over. Another flowing drive. Struck hard straight to the cover. Good cricket all round in this over. Good contest between bat and ball.
Yeah, it's been a thrilling encounter so far as well. 2 quick wickets, but Shetty out there trying to play that counter-attack. And there he goes down the ground, trying to power it. But he can only get as far as that mid-on fielder. This is brilliant stuff here. Very good cricket. 3 dots back-to-back to end that over from Harshad Singh. And at the end of 4 overs, it's Houston Mavericks 27 for the loss of 2 wickets. Right then, another interesting change by the captain. Brings himself back on after a splendid over by Hassan. He's got to answer well. Oh, there. Dug into the pitch slightly off the front foot and he's tucked it to the leg side. That was a big chance. Oh, he was gone for sure there. Got a shy at the non-striker's end. Called through for that quick single. But it was going to be curtains for Teja if he struck gold.
Can't afford a mix-up like this. In this stage of the game, to lose a wicket in the shape of a run out. Zakaria is back into the attack. Change of hands for him. That's very interesting from 7 District. In the previous over, the left armer took a wicket. Now they've taken him off. Different tactics here. So far, it worked for them. What a great strike. That's wonderfully played. Dead straight down the ground. And it's gone for a boundary.
Yeah, Shetty really looking to take the attack to the bowlers today. Oh, what a shot that is. In that slot, the good length region. Just has to get enough on it to lift it over that 30-yard circle. But he gets an even better chunk of it. Go for a 1 bounce boundary. Despite losing those 2 early wickets, Houston Mavericks are still striking at close to 7.5. All thanks to Shetty's counter-attacking innings. Oh, once again, pitched full on the leg stump. Oh, he whips it away, but he does find that deep square leg fielder situated there for exactly that reason. Only a single to his name.
Zakaria has got the pace. So far, he hasn't quite got his line right here. He's sharp enough at his age. World Junior League. A lot of exciting talent on display here. He's one of them. Excellent rhythmical run up. Quick single on the offside. Very good approach. He's tall as well. Only going to get stronger and fitter. And he's going to become a real handful. 34 for 2 is decent start. 2 wickets down, that's a bit of a concern. You don't want to be losing one more wicket in the power play. 80 to 90% of the games are decided in that power play. If you lose 3 or more wickets in a T20 game, then it becomes very, very difficult for you to get those big totals. Oh, good delivery. A little bit of extra bounce there.
Yeah, on Zakaria trying to not allow Shetty to play his shots freely. Bowling a surprise bouncer there. Ansh looked to ramp it over the slip fielder's head. He's got the protection in place. He's got that deep third fielder. He's got a very, very square, deep fine leg. Once again, pitched up as Shetty drives this in between those two fielders and he finds the gap once again. That's raced away all the way to the fence.
Excellent shot to end that over on a high with that lovely boundary. Have a look at that. That's excellent timing as well. Onto that front foot. Better effort was required in the field and just gone through for a boundary. 5 overs done, 38 for 2.
Right then, change of ends for Mohammad Hassan. Harshad Singh taking out the attack. Oh, pulls away Teja. A little late, but just in time there. Well done there by Hassan. He'll have to reload that one. Bowled 2 spectacular deliveries to finish off his first over. And despite going for 2 boundaries, pulled it back in style. Got those 2 Yorkers spot on. He comes in once again. Oh, dangerous. That's dangerous. Swinging away. A very, very high full toss. And that's no ball signaled by the umpire. Dangerous delivery. This umpire will have to talk to him really quickly. That'll be a free hit. Teja just swerving out the way in time.
Once again, attempting for that Yorker, that trademark Yorker early on where he picked up a wicket. That sometimes just can slip out of your hand and become a beamer. That's a free hit. Oh, he's got to re-bowl here. He just lost his run up there. And that's sometimes happens with the young bowlers, especially at age level cricket. Sometimes you just strive for that extra bit of pace. Oh, full toss. Teja misses out on that free hit. It was there to be put away in the gap. I'll be bitterly disappointed with that one. Again, he's pushing the ball up. That seems to be his strength, bowling those full Yorkers.
Yeah, fortunately, maybe that change of end isn't exactly working for Hassan so far. Might be missing his run-up by just a little bit. There he is once again. Has to pull out of delivering the ball. 3rd time so far this over. Just needs to get that rhythm back in time. He finally got his rhythm back in that first at the end of that first over with 2 brilliant Yorkers. Now that change of end has caused him to reset everything that he'd done. Well, as he comes in once again, oh, another Yorker banged in beautifully. The umpire says going down, big appeal.
And it's getting that hint of inward movement. All he needs to just manage to bowl that off stump channel. That fifth stump channel, if it comes back, could hit the right hander in front of the stumps, and even if it doesn't swing back, still it becomes a very good delivery. Where the batter always looking to play for that in swinger. Even a straight delivery becomes lethal. That's a good shocker again. It's urgent, it's a special skill to bowl those Yorkers with the new ball. It's not easy to control.
Yeah, especially someone like Hassan as well. Looking at his wrist work, he does get the ball to swing into the batsman slightly as well. So it's got to be spot on with each and every delivery that he gets. Right, then 3 balls up. Once again, put right in that block hole. Zan Shetty tries to swipe it across the line. It can only come through for a very, very quick single. There's been brilliant stuff from Hassan so far. Apart from that first ball, that was a waist-high no ball. The free hit went for a dot. Then he's got 3 Yorkers back to back. So it's been a good comeback of sorts. But still has to finish this over off well. 2 deliveries remaining. Oh, once again, yorked him. The batsman could have picked it up as a full toss, but he missed out on that one completely there.
I think Teja, he just needs to lean into those drives, take it on the full, and look to find the placement rather than trying to hit the ball over the top. That could be a dangerous ploy against this pace. Especially he's got a lethal Yorker. I tell you what, if Hassan gets it right, Teja could be in trouble because of that back lift. He's really winding up, looking to hit the ball hard. Watch out that Yorker. That's a very good shot. This wasn't a Yorker, it's a classic on drive. Hit with ferocious power. Great shot to end the power play.
Yeah, Teja, really good. Played that shot on the up. Not a half volley. But he's done brilliantly there to keep it along the ground. Look at that high elbow. Helped a little bit with that short misfield. That brings us to the end of the power play. 49 for a loss of 2 wickets. Then we're back after a short water break. Eastern Mavericks currently 49 for those loss of 2 wickets. Gotten by with a decent run rate, just above 8. Been an even beginning to this match so far. I'd say 6 overs, 49 runs given, but those 2 wickets taken as well. But the real danger for the 7 districts is Shetty out there, striking the ball really well right now. He's picked up quite a lot of boundaries. And Teja as well will take some confidence from that last shot. Now here's the man of the moment yesterday, man of the match, Imran Khan is into the attack, left arm Chinaman. Once again, toss this one up. Ooh. Looked to be the googly from the way he released it. Batsman just playing it straight back to the bowler. Anshetty's hit 6 boundaries so far. So 24 of those 29 runs coming in the form of boundaries. He's got a different task in hand now. Imran Khan makes it really tough for the batsman to read him. Oh, look at that one. There it is, taking it away from the right-hander. That's what he does so well. Tosses it up nicely. If the batsman doesn't get to the pitch of the ball, there's enough and more bounce for him to extract off the wicket. Really top delivery there. Oh, look at that. Look at that bounce still going above the stumps. 2 dots back to back on Shetty. Doesn't take things lying down. Ooh, once again, there it is. That's a shot of the over. Tried to power it through that onside off the back foot, but he can't get any bat on ball. 3 dots so far from Imran, picking up right where he left off previously yesterday. A brilliant start. He'll be happy with this. Just making sure he has his fielders in the right place, because he's got those 3 dots and he knows Anshetty will try and search for that boundary now. Oh, there it is. Comes on the track, pushes it down, but there is protection. Long off back on the fence, so Ansh can only get that single and put Teja on strike. Once again, Imran Khan tosses this one up, taking it away from the batsman once again. As Teja opts to leave and Navneet, the keeper, collects cleanly. Another dot added to that scoreboard, and another dot to Imran Khan's name. 1 run so far off his first over, and 1 final delivery remaining. This one again tossed up. Teja looks to drive, but he can only find that short extra cover fielder. Brilliant work there. And a end to a brilliant over for the 7 districts. 50 for 2 at the end of 7. Right then, 7 districts opting to bowl spin from one end and pace from the other. Zakaria comes in from the far end. Bowl this one. A good length delivery as Anshetty tries to muscle it towards that leg side. Can only find that short mid-wicket fielder once again. Yeah, Ansh has hit 6 boundaries so far, but the remaining 6 runs have come from 22 deliveries. Gotta find the gaps consistently or try to rotate strike, as Zakaria will have to re-bowl that one. Very wide delivery outside off. Zakaria pacing in nicely. Oh, swinging in slightly towards that ball. Shy at the non-striker's end. Teja backing up nicely at the non-striker's end, but he gets back just in time. Just a decent start so far for Zakria. He'll be happy. Just slightly encouraging signs for him. The ball does seem to be swinging a little bit in the air. As Shetty gets ready to go again. Once again, he tries to power it to that onside. There is protection though in the deep. Can only find that longer on fielder. Teja to face his first delivery. Wayward down the leg side. What a brilliant take there from Navneet. Did really well there. Brilliant piece of glove work by the man behind the stumps. Zakaria bowls another extra. 3 runs given by him. 2 of those have been those wides. 1 down the offside, 1 down the leg. He's gonna have to find a way to be more consistent. It's a much better delivery. Teja just opens the face of the bat and places it down. The point fielder comes around to keep it to just a single. It's been a quiet over so far, despite Shetty trying to muscle each and every ball. Zakaria's kept him quiet, but there's still 2 deliveries remaining. Can he continue to do so? Once again, those shades of inconsistency showing. Zakaria bowling that ball once again wide outside off. Three wide so far in the over. Gonna have to finish well here, Zakaria. 2 balls remaining. Shetty looks to go big once again. Gets the inside half of the bat. Can only manage to get as far as the deep square leg fielder. Another single added to his name. Final delivery coming in. It's been a relatively quiet over from Zakaria, but he'll want to finish well. First over of his spell today. Yeah, Teja goes down the ground, but the mid-on fielder is back, so he'll come around and just allow them to cross for a single. That brings us to the end of the 8th over. It's the Houston Mavericks 57 for the loss of 2. Then Imran Khan rewarded with that second over, giving away just 1 run in that first one. So the batsman will look to take him on. There's a full toss. Teja looks to go down the ground. Not enough power behind the shot as it creeps down all the way to the long on fielder. Another single added to his name. On Shetty now. Will he look to take the attack? Oh, tries to hang back on the back foot this time. Still unable to pick the delivery from his hands. Imran Khan, really deceptive bowler. Very, very difficult for the batsman to try and pick him. They can't pick him from the hand and never pick him up off the pitch. As he does come down the track, gets in inside edge. As it goes down. There is protection though. The deep square leg fielder does well. Come around and keep it down to just a single. So the Houston Mavericks dealing in singles currently. It's been a while since the last boundary came. Teja drives and drives well, but there is cover in place. A massive, powerful throw by Hassan. And Shetty was back at home base. And this is brilliant captaincy as well by Zacharias. Knows that Imran Khan is making the batsman struggle. He's got that slip in place as well. Oh, Teja goes. Big slog sweep. That's a brilliant shot there. Will it race away all the way to the boundary? No, it doesn't. Once again, not enough power behind the shot. Teja took that risk, but he gets a reward as well as he picks up another double. 11 of 15 from him so far. 61 Houston Mavericks. Lost those 2 wickets, but these two have been steadily putting on an important partnership. Teja once again looks to drive towards the offside. He can only get that inside half of the bat towards long on. Imran Khan, a slightly sloppy effort of his own bowling that allows him to come through for another single. And Houston Mavericks at the end of 9 overs are 62 for the loss of 2 wickets. Once again, Zakaria coming in for the second over of his spell. Slide in swing again. Teja drives this on the up. Is that a catch? The fielder seems to claim it. Teja's checking. Fielder did look confident. But I think his teammates around him just telling him that the ball had dropped short. Yeah, we go again. Dot ball. This time bowled on the stumps as Teja whips this away. Deep square leg in place. Just another single. The runs haven't been thick and fast. They've been hard to come by. Last boundary approximately 4 overs back. It's been tough going for the Houston Mavericks, but on Shetty, think he heard me up in the com box here, and he's gone big all the way down to that deep mid-wicket region. Absolutely picked the bones out of that one. Zakaria slightly shorter on this occasion, but take a look at the shot from Anshetty. Hung back on that back foot, powered it all the way over that fence. That's the first 6 of the innings. An absolutely brilliant shot that'll give him some confidence. He'll hope to take some momentum from that as well. 39 of 34 from him. He's played a very, very vital knock. But if the Houston Mavericks are to put up a big score, he'll need to be there till the end. Here he goes once again down the ground. And it's gone all the way for a boundary. One bounce for Anshetty. Trying to target Zakaria now. Chosen that bowler, and he's not gonna give him any breathing space. Picks that one right from the hand. Picked up that length early. That's what is so important. Once again, Lil Fuller this time on Chetty. Gets an inside edge towards the square leg region with a keeper. Navneet does really well. Covers ground quickly to keep it down to just a single. So a decent comeback of sorts for Zakaria after giving those two boundaries back to back. But still 12 runs off the over. It's been expensive and exactly what Houston Mavericks wanted. Oh, Teja looking to muscle this down the ground. Finds that short mid-wicket fielder's had a chance now. Shy at the non-striker's end. But looked to be like Teja's. Got back home safely anyways. 13 runs off that over. At the end of 10 is Houston Mavericks 75 for the loss of 2.
After the drinks break, we are back live. 10 overs, 75 for 2. Good partnership between these two. And 44 of 36. Teja playing with some freedom now. 14 of 19. Initially, spent quite a bit of time in the middle. Get himself going. 7 districts. They'll be hoping for a breakthrough. Because if this partnership goes any length of time, then it could become a bit of a threat. They can still aim for that score of 170, which should be a very good score on this wicket. That will challenge a strong batting lineup of 7 districts. Houston Mavericks World Junior League 2025. What a great initiative by the living legend, Adil Rashid, a World Cup winner for England, outstanding ambassador of the game. He's stepped forward and stepped forward in a big way in promoting young talent, youth cricket around the world. And we wish him all the very best in this incredible journey. Wrapped on the pad, that looks straight to me. Leg bias is the signal. May have just slipped past leg stump. Leg by was the signal from the umpire. My initial impression was that it looked a bit straight. Difficult angle to judge though. That's not the best angle where you can make that call. Excellent stuff. Right in the stumps at the moment, attacking those stumps. Slow delivery, nicely driven, straight to the covers. That's excellent bit of bowling. Good pressure, just 2 runs so far. Just about perfect in the middle overs where you're looking to contain. He's done a wonderful job. That's a big last ball. He's got to close down this over. He goes aerial. The pressure was building. A chance. And taken. That's a reward for some very accurate bowling. And Teja just feeding the pressure, trying to break free. Lost his wicket. Just spoon up that catch to extra cover. Good loud call there and a simple take. 3 down for 77. Houston Mavericks. Big slog sweep coming in. And he's found the gap. That's a very good shot. Took a bit of a risk, but execution was top class. Angad really going through the onside, using his reach, using his height. Wonderful swing of the bat as well. Straight away putting the pressure on the young leg spinner. Lovely use of the feet again. Good cricket all around. Toss-top delivery. Not afraid to really give it the air. Classical leg spin bowling, and he was in classical mode as well. Looking to stretch down the pitch and picking up a single. Surely this is a chance. Oh no! Oh no! What he was doing there. It was Hassan who was indicating that that one fell short of him. It was just a couple of yards in front of him. He wasn't bothered to stretch himself to go for that catch. Brilliantly played off the back foot, but he's picked out the man. That was powerfully struck. Another wicket here for Seven Districts. That's an excellent catch in the deep. Wasn't a great delivery, but he's just getting his execution slightly wrong there. He was looking to hit it in the air. You've got to know where the fielders are. He's thrown his wicket away. 4 down for 81. Eighty-one for 4. All of a sudden, Houston Mavericks lost 2 quick wickets. Oh, it's knocked him over first ball. That's a fantastic delivery. Absolute perler here. Pitch on that middle and leg stump, straightened down the line. And he's knocked him over first ball. On a hat trick. Beautifully bowled. That one just curved in. He opened up to cover that curve and then it's straightened down the line. That's an amazing delivery. And you look at it from another angle. That was superbly bowled. Yeah, looking to get onto that front foot. And that one just spun past the outside edge. A very, very good delivery. He's on a hat trick. '81 for five on a hat trick. A full toss, not the best of hat trick deliveries, but boy, he's turned this game on its head. 12 overs gone. 81 for 5. That's where I think now Seven Districts is. They got to really be relentless in terms of applying the pressure and making sure that they don't allow this partnership to flourish. They can restrict them to a score of 130 if they can maintain that pressure, keeping it tight. "86 for 5." Oh, good delivery. That's excellent bit of bowling. He's got to keep the pressure on from this end. Wickets falling from the other end. Leg spinner having absolute wonderful time with the ball. Worked away on the onside. Lights are beginning to take effect here at the JMR Sporting Club here in Sharjah. Beautiful evening. It was such a hot, scorching hot day. All of us struggled, and really hats off to these young boys. And so foreign conditions as well for them, but they really stuck to it. That's an excellent shot. One of the most difficult shots in cricket. Playing the on drive, back past the stumps. It brings goosebumps and lots of memories. Watching the great Sachin Tendulkar, the first names comes to mind. There was nobody better, and still today he was remarkable when it comes to those straight drives, those on drives. 95 for 5 after 13. Wrapped on the pads, extra bit of bounce. Obviously hit on the flap as well. Being a leg spinner, you tend to get that overspin, you get that bounce. It's hard to get LBWs until it is the quicker delivery or that top spinner. Oh, he's got the ball to turn. That's a very good delivery. Adi just starting off well. Couple of very good deliveries. That's a full toss. Struck hard. Doesn't get past that fielder. Houston Mavericks, they got to make sure that they maintain a decent run rate here. That current run rate should not dip further, and they can hope for a big finish in the last few overs. Nice drive, but doesn't get past that fielder. Square cover on the offside. Good use of the feet, taking it on the full. Credit to him, making it into a full toss. And the second thing is you've got to be able to pierce the field, find those gaps. That will come with age. That will come with experience. quite timing it at the moment. 14 overs gone, 94 for 5. .94 for 5, slightly short. Doesn't quite get it off the middle of the bat there. Now it is becoming a lot pleasant. Quite strong breeze blowing, which is just about perfect news for all the spectators, players, and everyone. It is turning out to be a pleasant evening now. After a hot day, we all suffered from the heat. And hands off to the cameraman, all the crew, the production team. Standing in the heat is not easy. Thankfully, our director provided us the shade. Still, we felt the heat, but spare of thought for those guys. It's a great job. Now they're going to enjoy a nice evening and possibly a very good dinner as well. Worked away on the onside. And they're coming back for the second. Good throw, but the bowler was not able to collect that one. 7 districts. They're fine fielding unit, well trained at the 7 Districts Cricket Academy. And that was a corner had he picked that one up. This is up in the air. Surely a chance. And can you believe it? He's put down a sitter. Oh, this is sloppy to say the least here. Let's have a look. It was a shortish delivery. Looking to pull, it just stuck a bit in the surface. Eyes on the ball. But I wonder how that just burst through his hands. Another leading edge. It's all happening at the moment. That's the beauty of having a leg spinner in your team. At any stage of the game, you can throw the ball as a captain to your leg spinner. 2 things will happen. You might go for runs, but he is a wicket-taking option. And you do need those wicket-taking options in the middle. Doesn't matter which form of the game you're playing. There you go again, creating a chance. Great effort. Diving forward. Again, didn't quite carry. It was a freebie there. Beautiful action. Beautiful run up. That's a very good delivery. Great effort. End of another tidy over, exciting over. 15 gone, 99 for 5. Nice flowing drive here. Going into the last 5 overs, 5 wickets in hand, 100 up with that single. Houston Mavericks, they'll be hoping for another at least 50, if not 60 runs. And if they can do that, then they could really fight on that total. Couple of early wickets. If they can pick up, this game could be wide open. Lovely. Again, lovely use of the feet. 102 for 5. Worked away on the onside again. Just another single. So runs are just coming in singles at the moment. 4 singles. The first 4 deliveries. Full toss. Wasn't called a no ball. It was just dipped on it. Perhaps the opportunity was there for Anga to really climb into that one. Oh, that is surely a no ball. Yes, it's been called. Adi just tossing the ball up, and it's going to be a free hit. Perfect opportunity for Shivansh to really take advantage here. Free hit. That was the replay of that free hit. It's going to be bowled. And what are the options for Shivansh? He'll be looking to use his feet, I guess. Look to go straight down the ground, straight as an arrow. Doesn't quite get it. Well. In the field, 7 districts, they have made few errors. That was one of them. That'll cost them a boundary. A little bit of backspin on it. Went the other way. There you go. Oh, he got himself into a very bad tangle. That has cost him a boundary. Houston Mavericks, 109 for 5 after 16 overs.
First ball of the over is put away nicely. But there's been a mix up there. Throw at the striker's end would have put him under some trouble. Shivansh there trying to come back for that second. But Angad Oberoi is saying no. Vishank's been splendid today. 2 for 9 in his 2 overs. Oh, this is swept well by Shivansh. Down midfield there by Zakaria. They come back for that second. Yes, they will. No, they won't. Oh, complete mix up there once again. Tough calling. They were close to coming back for that third run. But Angad Oberoi once again declining that call. 2 runs off that delivery. Have to be spot on, Vishank. Tries to go over the infield there. Just gets it over that short extra cover fielder. But he only gets that single. Not enough power behind that shot there. It's just the one run. Oh, powered. Beautifully pulled Angadobro in the gap. Oh, but that's even better work in the field. Right there at the deep mid wicket fence. Neve Jetwani. What a brilliant stop that is. Brilliant work. Saved 2 runs there for his team. And who knows? Every single run counts in a game of cricket. So, could that prove to be vital as we get towards the end of the match? Oh, Angad Oberoi tries to cut it but gets it too high on the bat. And the ball finds its way back towards the bowler. Only 6 runs coming off this over so far. And after this, it'll be the final 3 overs as well. So the Houston Mavericks gonna try their level best to put on a massive score. Finish off well. Angad Oberoi goes in the air. Here's a chance. Long on field. Oh, he's put it down. Oh, it's a big miss once again. He's put down a simple chance. Did look to be settled underneath it. I think just hit the palm of his hand and popped out. Unfortunate for him and really unfortunate for Vishank, who's bowled another excellent over as well. And that brings us to the end of that 17th over. It's 117 for 5. Yes, once again, Adi into the attack. Really tossed up in the air, and that's taken quite simply. Showing his team and the rest of the fielders how easy it is to take these catches. Yeah, Shivan just coming down the track. Look at that reaction by Vian as well. Trying to show them that it's simple, guys. Easy catches can't be put down like that. Radhi Jain starts the over brilliantly for him and 7 districts. Picking up a wicket. Just slightly tightening the screws once again. There. Stepping down the track. That's what made it a very, very high full toss. So no ball signal by the umpire. Brilliant stuff from these 2 leg spinners, Adi Jain and Vishank Kriplani. They've done a splendid job of keeping things under wraps so far. Both of them going below 6 and over. Really made things tougher for the Houston Mavericks. Adi Jain comes in once again, tossed up. Oh wow, that's a chance. He's asking the field keeper with a brilliant take. And the umpire gives it away straight away. Oh, what brilliant keeping there. Navneet with a brilliant take. Oh, what a take. That's lightning fast there. Umpire had no hesitation whatsoever. That's absolutely brilliant here. Navneet showing them how to do it out in the field. Brilliant stumping. And just look at that once again from this angle. Wow, what a delivery. Enticing him, making him come forward and lose his balance. Brilliant stomping there from Navneet. Beautiful stuff. This really tightening the screws. You're keeping a lid on the scoring as well as picking up regular wickets. Back-to-back wickets for Adijan, which means he is on a hat-trick now. A lot of the fielders, every fielder inside the ring right now. Will we see a few catching fielders? Does he have a slip or a leg slip? No, nothing. Oh, wow, that's beaten him completely. All ends up there. Absolutely brilliant delivery. Slowing it up really nicely. Beautiful. Beautiful delivery. Hadi's been spot on from the beginning. He's kept it on the mark from ball one. 2 wickets in those first 2 deliveries of this over as well. Another dot ball. Dravid Nair, the new batsman, should look to see him opening the bowling later on in the second innings. He gets a thickish outside edge to that short third man fielder for a single. Angad Oberoi is the set batsman out there. 18 runs for him from 15 deliveries. So the onus is going to be upon him to try and take this game to another level. 118 so far on the board for Houston Mavericks. Can they push it? Last 2 overs. Oh, he comes on the track, tries to go big down the ground. Is this a chance? Vian comes around and takes a very, very simple catch once again. He's making it look easy out there. Brilliant stuff. Once again, Adi Jain picking up his 3rd wicket in the over. And 3rd wicket overall as well. Absolutely brilliant stuff this. Angad Oberoi, the set batsman as well, has to walk back. Adi Jain is 3 for 14 so far. Houston Mavericks are 118 for the loss of 8 wickets now. Right then, 2 more wickets left in this innings. Adi Jain looks to be in the thick of things as he looks to finish off his spell. 3 for 14 so far. Last delivery of this over. Oh wow. Another splendid delivery. How consistent he's been throughout this night. Another brilliant delivery to end up. What an over as well in the context of the game. Just 1 run off the 18th over. And at the end of 18, Houston Mavericks are 118 for a loss of 8 wickets. And once again, Vishang Kriplani back into the attack to finish off his spell. These 2 leg spinners have been absolutely incredible today for the 7 districts. 2 for 17 for Vishank. As this one gets the outside edge between the keeper and the slip. And he looks on in anguish as the ball races all the way down to the fence. Look at that. Look at the scenes here. Bowler and keeper on the ground. Oh, what a thick outside edge. Just falling in between the keeper and that slip fielder. brilliant sight to see as well. 19th over and there's still a slip in place. Dravin Nair gets a streaky boundary to his name, but he'll take it. The Houston Mavericks will take it as well with both arms. Once again, Vishank, tossed up nicely. Third man fielder comes around and he's denied a single as well. The range Sriram says no. And Dravin has to walk back. Another dot ball. Been the story of the night so far, Houston Mavericks. Plenty of dot balls. Vishank once again, slightly outside of this time. Dravin now once again not able to make convincing enough contact. He can only get it off the bottom of the bat, straight back to the bowler. Back-to-back dots here in the 19th over. Can he finish off well? Vishank once again tossed up, making Dravin come down. And looks like the umpire's given it. Brilliant stuff this from Navneet. We'll have a look at it once again from the side angle. Umpire giving the decision on field. Dravin look to heave it. Tossed up once again. Dravin look to heave it powerfully. Yeah, close call, very tough call. Navneet did really well there with the gloves behind the stumps. Vishank Kriplani. Final two deliveries are tossed up once again, driven. But he's got enough fielders inside the ring to avoid a single going through. Yeah, massive shout out to Navneet as well. The man behind the stumps. He's been brilliant all day. Just the 4 byes today. There it is. There's a shout and that's gone. Umpire's given it on the field. Navneet, just as we were talking about his brilliant work behind the wicket. He's pulled off another incredible stumping. Beautiful. Look at that side angle. Shlok comes down. His feet is out. Foot is out. And that's as easy as it gets for the leg umpire. Foot in the air. As Navneet whips the bails off in time. And Vishank finishes 4 for 21 from his 4 overs. And it's been a brilliant show in the second half of that innings by the 7 districts to restrict Houston Mavericks to only 122 for 10. Once again, look at Shlok coming down the track. Foot in the air. As easy as it gets for the umpire. Brilliant stuff here from the 7 districts. That gets us to the end of the Houston Mavericks innings. They can only put on 122 as they get all out on stroke of the 19th over. This is the previous one. Tough call. Umpire given out on the field as well. Should have maybe referred it to the third umpire. It's a close call. But anyways, that brings us to the end of the first innings. Houston Mavericks 122 all out after 19 overs. We'll dive into a short break and be back with the chase. Yes, and we're back for the second innings. The all important chase from the seven districts. Chased down a similar target yesterday as well. Today they're facing a completely different side, the Houston Mavericks. 123 the target on board. Ashman on strike. He's that power hitter. This is bowled wide outside off. They're appealing for that caught behind. The umpire says no edge, nothing on that. Ashman Banu. He is a real power hitter out there. Does look to strike the ball with the full phase of the bat. Doesn't play across the line at all. Oh wow, they're peeling once again. The beautiful delivery by Parth. Slightly slower in the airs, a hint of movement. Just goes between bat and pad. Ashman under a little bit of early pressure. Two dots back to back. Not something Ashman is familiar with. So I do feel like something's gonna give very soon. Doesn't like those dot balls, Ashman, so he does look to play. There it is. That flick over the infield. And like it's always happened so far this evening, gonna always race away to the boundary. That's the nature of this unforgiving outfield here at the JMR Sporting Club. Anything that crosses the 30-yard will always reach the boundary. That's a beautiful shot there from Ashman. Just lifted it over that infield and found that first boundary, and they're up and running, and he's off the mark as well. 4 on the board for the 7 districts. First 3 deliveries. See what Parth can reply with. Here he comes, pacing in. Oh, this is once again drilled down the ground. Oh, misfield through the hands of the fielder. Mid-on fielder could have done a slightly better job there. But you could just listen to the sound of the bat. Ashman is absolutely middled that. So much power behind every single shot. Just look at that, head down, finding that middle, and it's gone all the way for another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries after back-to-back dots. Something had to give. Ashman doesn't like facing dots. Right then, penultimate delivery coming up. Parth under a little bit of pressure. Oh, slightly shorter, bouncing. Would have been going on too high to hit the stumps. Umpire makes a good decision, not out. It's the only difference that could happen here in the UAE under lights. As the dew sets in, the pitch starts to get a little stickier. That does allow those slower bowlers to come into the action. They get a little more purchase, a little more bounce, a little more grip off the surface as well. So off-pace deliveries could be the answer to the Houston Mavericks solutions. Oh, they're driven hard. But that's a good stop there. They've got a good ring on the outside, on the offside. And that cover fielder does a very good job. And that's another dot to end the over. So very symmetrical over there. 2 dots, 2 fours, and then 2 dots to finish off here. That brings us to the end of the first over. It's a 7 districts, 8 for no loss. Right then, Houston Mavericks continuing with the same strategy, bringing on the spinner from the other end. Advait, the off spinner, got a lovely action, tries to bowl it from as high as possible. Look at that top delivery to start up as Vian just pushes this towards the leg side, but Ashman says no run. Yeah, I truly believe Advait Patel's got one of the best actions you can ever see as an off spinner. Really does toss it up. Look at the revs on that. Oh, look at that delivery. Absolutely phenomenal. There is something in this pitch for the spinners. If they do look to extract it, feel the slower they bowl, the more purchase they will get off this wicket. Once again, Advait Patel, tossed up, hitting the bat high, almost next to the grip there, Vian. This is very, very good. Very, very good stuff this from Advait Patel. 3 dots back to back. Look at that. Oh, nice high action once again. Gripping and turning ever so slightly. Putting a little bit of pressure on the batsman here. That's 4 dots back to back here. Vian. Will he take that pressure on board? Or will he still just look to just convert strike there? Oh, quicker delivery, slightly flatter trajectory as well. Quick run, Ashman comes through. First runs of Advait Patel's bowling. Been very good. Slightly unlucky yesterday. He's also bowling in the afternoon, where the ball would just go on with the arm. As the pitch is much, much drier, there will be very less purchase off the wicket for any spinner. Oh, look at this. Much better. Look at that delivery. What a top delivery that is. Absolutely wonderful from Advait. Beautiful stuff. There it is. Single from that over. And 7 districts at the end of 2 are 9 for no loss. Then Parth Sharma to continue. Once again, pitched up, swinging slightly away from the batsman. They denied a single there, but some very good quality fielding. Beyond 5 dot balls now from his 6 deliveries so far. Parth Sharma's been on the mark since ball 1. Just a few loose deliveries, allowing Ashman to get him away for 2 boundaries. There again, swing on offer. And that's a beautifully timed shot. But the cover fielders, cover point and cover, combining to put a stop to that delivery. Only a single taken. Vian Masala Wala gets off the strike. It's going to be an interesting ride now from Ashman. Faced 4 dots, 5 dots so far. Yeah, if there's one thing we know about Ashman Banu, is that he doesn't like facing any dots. He will look to attack the bowler no matter what happens. He doesn't care about those names. He plays every ball on its merit. He is a fierce striker of the ball. Another extra by Pat Sharma, allowing them to rotate strike again as Vian comes back on strike. Oh, fuller length delivery. Very well bowled once again. Around that off stump line. Swinging away. Top stuff. All he has to do is stay consistent with that Vian. As long as he's consistent and on the mark, the pressure will keep building. The dot balls will keep building. And something will have to give way. We are currently 2 of 8 deliveries. Oh, shuffles across slightly more, trying to negate the swing. There's a shy at the non-striker's end, but he can only find the inside half of the bat till that mid-on fielder. Once again, Vian has middled a few deliveries. He hasn't middled a lot of the others as well. So he'll be feeling the heat, the pressure a little bit. It's not a very, very tough chase, but it's not a very easy wicket to bat on as well. Now once again, good length delivery outside off, and that's a brilliant stop in the field. Absolutely brilliant that. They do come through for a single, but he certainly saved 3 runs for his team there. This looks like a pumped up Houston Mavericks side today. They're up for the challenge. They're up for this game. Not going to give it away easily. They're going to make the 7 districts batsmen work hard for every single run. Ashman on strike. Been away from the strike for quite a bit so far. This will be interesting to watch. Pat Sharma, Ashman, as he goes big. No one's out there under deep there. And he gets it. 1 bounce over the rope. Another boundary to his name. 8 balls, 3 boundaries. Ashman on 12 now. That brings us to the end of the 3rd over. Once again, look at that. Hanging back. Just letting his hands flow through the line of the ball. In that vacant mid-wicket region. 7 districts at the end of 3 overs. A 17 for no loss.
$17 for none after 3 overs. Solid start here for 7 districts. Once again continuing their dominance in this tournament. Junior League. Look at that for a shot. Excellent use of the feet. Tossed up delivery in the power play. You have the field up. Mid-off was up in the ring. Even if he was back, that was pretty safe. Great use of the feet. Dead straight down the ground for 4. So they continue their dominance. Ashman and Vivan pushed off the back foot. Pressure here on Houston Mavericks to make a breakthrough here. The only way they can get any sort of hope in this game is to keep on picking wickets. They will have to bold out 7 districts. That's the only way here. That to happen, you just need to be patient, build pressure from both hands. Nicely bowled. That's a lot better. Pulling his length back on that perfect length, round off stump. Oh, excellent delivery. Big shout, and he survives. That was that carom ball, which just left him after pitching. Very good delivery. Top stuff here from the youngster. Going to play forward and gets beaten. That's an excellent comeback after that boundary. Just 4 of the over. 4 gone, 21 for 1 as we look at the replay where Vihan got beaten. Oh, excellent delivery and very sharp behind the stumps. Was looking to take the bails off. Whips the bails off and just misses. 21 for none after 4. Draven into the attack for the first time. Good delivery, pitching the ball up, looking with some swing. Played with the full face of the bat from Ashman. Tall, elegant player. Ashman, easy on the eyes as well. Powerful young player. $21 for no loss. Once again, a solid start. They need to just keep going here. There's no pressure whatsoever in terms of required rate. That's a very good short pass mid-off. Powerfully played. He does hit the ball hard, Ashman. That was a brilliant stroke. Look at that for a shot. Walking into that drive. Hit on the up as well. Right out of the middle of the blade for 4. Top shot, Ashman. This time worked away on the onside. A little fumble. Allow them. A single? Or haven't taken that single. Further 98. 15.3. That's not an issue at all. That required rate. Just run a ball at the moment. We have seen on this pitch you need at least 160, 170 to be competitive. Absolute gift on leg stump. Thank you very much, says Ashman. Happy days for an opening batsman. If someone bowls that kind of delivery on that leg stump. Looking for swing, perhaps just going for that Yorker. It's very important that these youngsters, they need to understand that they will have to have a consistent game plan where as a bowler you need to just building pressure and not trying for magical deliveries. That's where you lose your plot and the batters, they will cash in. Another loose delivery. And this time he picks the backward square leg. Couldn't get the placement fine enough. Wasn't a great delivery either from Draven. Solid start here for 7 Districts. I'm sure they'll be looking to go 2 up so far, 2 games. If they manage to win here and win big, that will give them plenty of boost and top of the tree on the points table as well. Five overs gone, 31 without loss. Upish but safe. Tremendous blow. Fast hands from Ashman. It was Vian rather. Apologies. Vian driving that one elegantly through the offside. That kind of shot you don't mind as a bowler because you drew him into driving and that could have gone to hand as well. So sometime as a bowler you just need to be patient and keep bowling in those areas. Upish again. And dropped at long on. Houston Mavericks, they'll be feeding the pinch here in the field. Chance was created and put down. Can't afford to drop chances like this, especially when you're defending such a modest total 123. Got to take everything which comes your way, and perhaps you need to create few chances and turn things around. Not the case for Houston. Forcefully played off the back foot. Terrific footwork. Slightly short. And he picked up the length so early. Then exactly he's able to place that one as well. Look at his head position. Excellent technique. Watching the ball. And then the ability to find gaps. That separates you from an average player and takes you into another league of greats, whichever level you're playing. That comes with placement. Changing the field, they have pushed the sweeper on the offside. This time he hits it straight to mid-off. Picked up on the onside. And another chance. Not quite sure whether he got both hands to it, but it's gone for a boundary. Certainly a few chances going down here for Houston Mavericks in this over. Oh yes, you got to take those. Ashman getting lucky on that occasion. Rubbing salt to the wounds, it has gone for a boundary as well. This time, wicketkeeper misses that one. It will be an interesting call from the umpire. Was it wide enough to be called? Yes. So no real control here for Houston Mavericks at the moment in the field or with the ball. This game is just drifting away from them. Dot ball to finish. No. Oh, there's an overthrow. And there's Scamper through for a single. It's all happening here at the JMR Sporting Club. World Junior League 2025 in full flow. 7 districts on top. 47 for none after 6. 47 for none after 6 overs. A great start. Slice of luck for both batters. But you do need a little bit of luck. Houston Mavericks not quite latching onto those opportunities in the field. But it's a great learning curve for these youngsters. Playing in foreign conditions. Dealing with so many things. Traveling. Different places. It's a great exposure. Coming to these conditions. Different tracks. Slow wickets. Dealing with the heat, the summer. Scorching summer of UAE. And then able to execute their skills is one memorable journey for all these young kids. Full toss. Driven straight down the ground. Couldn't really place it. Pass mid off. Just a single here. $49 for none. The openers have put up a very solid start and stand to finish this game with ease for 7 districts. Onto the pads. Beautifully played. Fine. Away from square leg for another boundary. That brings half century stand from the openers. Vihan and Ashman. 53 for no loss. 7 districts. Cruising. Once again, it was loose. Going for that full delivery on the pads. Perfect result. This game is drifting away from Houston Mavericks pretty quickly. Nicely driven on the offside. Runs are really flowing here. It's coming quite thick and fast. 54 for no loss. Worked away on the onside for another single. 7 overs gone. 55 for none. 7 districts. Oh, good effort. That's superb stuff. That kind of effort can really lift you in the field. It was a pitched up delivery and creamed away on the rise. Beautifully played. And look at that. He's saved 4 runs there. Athletic, acrobatic stuff. onto the legs and a boundary. Not great line here from Angad. Bowling with decent pace. Problem direction. A string onto that leg stump. And it's 5 wides. Oh, that was a wide offside off stump. He just poked at that one. And he knows Sharman that he could have let that one go. It was too wide. 60 for no loss, just 63 more required, and feels like 7 districts will get home pretty quickly with overs to spare, which will really boost their net run rate as well. Lovely delivery. That was just about perfect length from Angad. Drawing the right hander forward. That was a bye as well. Beat the outside edge, beat the batter, and he's beaten the keeper as well. Crunch hard to the man on the offside deep. Ashman, he does hit the ball hard. Lovely timer of the ball. Looks to me a powerful player. Player with quite a bit of flair. And certainly a future star in the making here in the UAE. Wrapped on the pads, there's a shout. Clearly going down the leg side. Last ball of the 8th over. Oh, inside edge, perilously close to that off stump. Living on the edge there, Ashman on that occasion. Unlucky for the bowler. He survived 63 for none after 8. Eight overs, 63 for no loss, 7 districts. For the 60 required for them. Just 5 runs per over. Lovely, lovely punch. Picks out the man though. Houston Mavericks, they got to make sure that they just stay switched on Try to find some positives and try and break this partnership and delay the inevitable. Lovely shot. Excellent placement. Desperation in the field, but he deliberately hit the ball in front of square. Was short. There you see. He's cracked that one in front of square. That should have been stopped. The desperate dive in the field. But he just raced away for 4. Punch off the back foot. 8.3 overs. They're just going along really nice. 55 more required. That's a good delivery from Tej. It's critical that he gets his length right. You don't mind batter hitting straight down the ground. Oh, shout and given against the runner play. Perhaps a little bottom edge straight to the wicket keeper. Some joy here for Tej and Houston Mavericks. They break through. Was on the shorter side, opting to play off the back foot. Maybe just a toe end. Certainly there was a big noise. 68 for 1. Looking from the side on angle. I can't tell. Really, it's a tough angle. Maybe just the toe end of the bat. There was a bit of noise. And that's the slow-mo replay. May tell us a bit more about that dismissal. It was short, it was wide, and he really wanted to play square of the wicket. Very close to the bat. Can't really tell from that angle. Given out on field, so that brings Navneet to the middle. Just 55 more required. Good delivery to end the over. 9 overs gone. 68 for 1, 7 districts. .55 required of the last 11. 68 for 1. Oh, very good delivery. That was just about the perfect length from Angad, drawing him forward. .68 for one. Angad just about bowling that perfect length, that chord of uncertainty around that off stump. Good run up to the wicket, good action, clever batting. Ashman, he can afford to bat through. No need to take any risk at this stage of the game. Seven Districts, another top-class performance coming from them. After the convincing clinical win yesterday, this seems to be another top-notch performance. Nice leave from Navneet around that off stump. Just lets it go. Nicely bowled again. It's been a very impressive over. He's hit those lengths. First four deliveries, he's been very, very consistent. That's about it. Just keep building pressure and through consistency. Oh, straight to the covers. And it was a bump ball. These kids, they get excited pretty quickly. It was a crowd catch. Everyone thought from the outside it was a straightforward catch, not to be. Just having a little bit of fun in the field. Stylish drive. Doesn't get past that fielder, square cover on the offside. 10 overs gone, 69 for one. Players will take drinks.
And then we're back after that short drinks break. We haven't quite seen the free-flowing innings that we know Ashman Bhanu is capable of. The Houston Mavericks bowlers have kept him relatively quiet. As Teja comes in for that second over. Look at that delivery. This is exactly what I was talking about. They've done a splendid job here of keeping him quiet. Once again, a brilliant delivery. Beaten in the flight. Beaten off the wicket as well. Beautiful leg break delivery. Brilliant start to the over as well for Teja. This is gonna keep Ashman thinking. But the next 5 deliveries, if Teja has got that one that comes back in as well, it's gonna be lethal. Could pick up the big wicket of Ashman. That's when the game could get tighter. Oh, too short on this occasion. Ashman just cuts it. Oh, that's a slightly poor effort in the field. Just overran that ball. With Ashman's power as well. That ball was racing towards the fence. And just too short on that occasion. The deep cover field. Overrunning that ball on that occasion. Allowing Ashman to get away with another boundary. Slightly disappointed with that, Teja. That allows Ashman to move on. 38 now of just 29 deliveries and just 50 required for 7 districts. Once again, better line. Oh, but that's gone off the outside edge. A very thick outside edge, and Ashman gets away. A very convincing boundary and then a streaky one off the outside edge. It's a good start for him to the over. Back-to-back boundaries so far. Streak away to get this one, but he'll take it with open arms. After a brilliant delivery first up, it's gone for back-to-back boundaries. Teja is going to have to find a rhythm once again. Try and get that trajectory perfect. Make Ashman maybe think about it. Oh, they're too wide again, outside off. He gets this again off the outside edge and it's grazed away to the boundary once again. 3 boundaries back to back here, Ashman. He's in a hurry to finish things off. But that's the nature of these grounds in the UAE. Once the ball crosses the 30-yard, so unforgiving for the fielders. Always going to be racing towards that boundary. No stopping that once again. Ashman, just talking about how he's such a free-flowing player. And he's picked up those 3 boundaries on the trot. Make him move towards 46, move towards that half century within his sights now. This is really well played. Off the back foot, punched towards that long off fielder. A single to get off strike. Navneet's been out there for 5 deliveries and he's yet to get off the mark. So a splendid innings from him yesterday. Can he replicate that to take 7 districts home? Taking it quite easy as he leaves this one way outside off. Teja second over going for 13 runs, and at the end of 11 it's 7 districts, 82 for the loss of 1 wicket. Angad Oberoi, 8 runs in his first 2 overs, rewarded with that third one as he bowls this one, straying 2 straight on the pads. And that's whipped away all the way to the boundary as Ashman Banu picks up a half century, his first half century of the tournament. The first one for 7 districts. And he raises his bat here. He made it look very, very easy. Brilliant ball striking. Putting pressure on Angad Oberoi once again. First ball, going for a boundary. Oh, this one. Trying to swing. Beaten under the pad. He's look at that shot once again. From Ashman. All the way down for a boundary. Good comeback of sorts from Angad. Once again, Ashman lifts this over that infield. There is deep cover in place. He does a very good job there. Desperate dive to keep it down to just 2 runs. But his intentions are clear. Ashman is not going to be hanging around any longer. Try and finish this match as soon as possible. He's really taking the attack to the bowlers now. Once again, Ashman Banu driven. Short extra cover, puts in that dive, goes past him, but long off comes around. Does really well. Only a single taken. Seven runs of these first 4 deliveries. Angad Oberoi once again. Navneet still unable to get off the mark. Still looking for that single. He's on 0 of 7 deliveries now. Slight bit of pressure just building on him. Angad Oberoi once again driven down the ground. Navneet, oh, that's a statement there. After 7 dot deliveries, just charges down the track and powers it down the ground. Real statement of intent as well. Only 30 required of these final 8 overs. What a shot that is. Really powered down the ground. That end of a slightly expensive overs. 11 runs coming from that. And 7 districts are 93 for 1 at the end of 12. Once again, change in the bowling attack. Shiv Kambalapalli has been given the ball. Nice off spinning action there. Tosses this one up. Really gives it good air. When Ashman comes inside the line and tucks it away towards that deep fine leg region. They were looking to come back for that second, but he says no. It's only a single to start that First over for Shiv. No need to face. Got a boundary of that last delivery. Really nicely works this away onto the leg side. Shiv with a few decent deliveries. You can see the surface is assisting the spinner slightly. If you're bold enough to give the ball air, it could grip. It will break for sure. Just gotta hang in there and show some courage. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful delivery that is. Outside off, turning in, given the perfect amount of air there. Ashman slightly stuck in his crease. Not able to go forward or backwards. And he's beaten on the outside edge. Brilliant delivery from Shiv. Gotta keep up that consistently. Oh, he comes down the track. He's gone up in the air. This is a chance. The long off fielder's coming around and he takes it. Oh, that's a brilliant catch. Advait Patel helping out his fellow spinner. He takes a brilliant catch in the deep. It was hard to judge. He went high in the air. The bottom hand taking over for Ashman. And Advait there, really well judged, really well taken. Kept his eyes on the ball throughout. Done exceptionally well. Beautiful stuff this. Some much needed breakthrough for the Houston Mavericks. As Ashman Banu has to walk back. 55 of 39 for him. 7 districts lose their second wicket. And the score is 95. Yeah, Harshit Singh promoted up the order today. Given that chance up the order. As he looks to take on the off spinner. 2 brilliant deliveries. After that wicket from Shiv as well. It's been a very, very good comeback. 4 dots in a row for Shiv. And he ends that over brilliantly. 1 wicket taken, 2 runs only. And at the end of 30 in a 7 districts, 95 for the loss of 2. Shlok into the attack. Houston Mavericks recognizing that spin is the answer, but Navneet punishes him puts him away in style, all the way along the ground to that deep mid-wicket fence. And another boundary to his name. Started off relatively slowly, Navneet, but he's got 2 boundaries in his last 3 balls. Yeah, 2 tossed up by Shlok on this occasion. Giving it a little too much air. It's got to get that length correct. Otherwise, it's easy pickings for any batsman. Once again, pitched up. Much better length though. Navneet just put it away towards that long off fielder. He does really well to stop that ball, and he's certainly saved 2 runs. But that overthrow, there's not good enough backing up there as Navneet comes back for that second run. A little sloppy in the field, but the 7-6 team will be happy with that. Once again, Shlok to Navneet. Slightly shorter, but really gripped and turned. Which is a story so far. If they keep up consistently with those lines and lengths, they could really get something off this wicket. He'll have to reload that one, Shlok. Slightly misses his run up. But Navneet's building his confidence so far. Looking really confident he'll be back in his shots. Tossed up. Much better line and length from him this time. Tossed up and Navneet decides to leave. Bold call. He's got 6 runs already off the over. 2 deliveries remaining. Tossed up. He pushes this towards the offside. Will they try and run hard for that too? No, they won't. Only 1 run taken out in the deep. 7 runs off the over so far. And Shlok will try to finish this off well. Just 21 runs required for 7 districts. Harshit Singh, the lefty, might find it a little easier to play the leg spinner. Tossed up, outside off. And he drives it nicely along the ground, all the way to that long off fielder. Slight fumble. But the batsman jogging through. So just that single to end the over. And at the end of 14, 7 districts, 103 for 2. Once again, Shiv rewarded with that second over. Bowled a brilliant first over. Picked up that massive wicket of Ashman Banu as well after he crossed that 50-run mark. Backheads Harshad, puts him away to the long off fence and picks up another single. Navneet struck those 12 runs of his last 5 deliveries as well. 6 to be exact. Faced 7 dot deliveries to start his innings. This one slightly shorter. Tries to put it away and beat that short mid-wicket fielder, but he does really well. I think Teja's the fielder there. My bad, Teja is that short extra cover. Once again, back of a length. Navneet just pushes it towards the longer fielder. Slight fumble. Navneet trying to come back for that second, but Harshad wasn't interested. So it'll just be a single. Harshad to face the off spinner, tossed up. Really lovely shot towards that mid-on fielder. He was inside the ring, so they had to hurry for that single. He's made it back quite comfortably. Doing it quite easily right now. The 7 districts, 3 singles in the last 4 deliveries as well. Just trying to complete it nice and easy, not looking to take any unnecessary risks. I think both these batsmen will try and stay unbeaten and take the team home comfortably. Yeah, Navneet once again outside off, turns in towards him, but he can only find the short extra cover fielder off the back foot. Another successful over from Shiv. Only 3 runs off that, and at the end of 50 in the 7 districts, 106 for 2. And then Advait Patel brought back into the attack, opened the bowling beautifully. Now he's had a different task now to try and stop this flow of runs. Harshad just pushes that towards the offside and picks up a single after that fumble from the short extra cover fielder. He had to finish off his spell. First 3 overs went for 21 runs. It was only that last over that was slightly expensive. 3 boundaries coming in that. He had a brilliant first 2 overs, especially against Ashaman Bhanu and Vian as well. Made them struggle. Oh, this is the one that looks to go away. Navneet gets the inside half of the bat. Manages to get another single all the way down to that long on fielder. Once again, Harshad on strike. Pitched up, driven down the ground quite convincingly. But the mid-off fielder does really well to stop even a single run coming through. But just 15 runs required now for the 7 districts. Be trying to complete this without any hitches. Oh, there it is. Maybe that pressure getting to him. He's gone up in the air. Sliced the bat, but it falls safe in no man's land. Harshad gets a let off. Maybe a few of those dots getting to him. Might have wanted to put away a big shot. Unable to get enough bat on it. Just got the splice of the bat to go up in the air. But another single taken, so Navneet is back on strike. 14 now required after his last 26 deliveries. Oh, another one from Advait. From his release, it did look like the straighter one. Navneet just hung on that back foot and pushed it towards the long off fielder. It's been a tidy over so far. Might be a little too late for that as the required run. It is also obviously around 3 and over. Harshad pushes this down the ground. Oh, there's a mix up there. This is a chance. Oh, I think he's gotten back. It was Harshad's call. He did ask for that single, but Navneet said no. Yeah, look at him. He was convincingly ready. Clean pickup by the mid-off fielder as well. But Harshad's back home safe, yeah. Could have been a little quicker on that. But Harshad safe and 7 to 6. Still cruising along nicely. 110 for 2 at the end of 16. Once again, Shiv. Oh, cricket delivery. Try to come on top of that ball with his arm and produce those extra revs. But this is pushed easily into the deep by Navneet for another single. This has been the story so far. These two put on a comfortable partnership, just pushing those balls into the deep and picking up singles effortlessly. As once again, this one not as full, not allowing Harshad to push this one into the deep. Good length delivery, taking it away from the batsman as well. So Shiv's been on top of his game so far. He's kept things quiet. 2 runs in his first, 3 runs in his second. Oh, they're looking for those extra revs. Once again, you can see when his hand comes above the ball, trying to extract as many revs as he can from the seam. Doing a brilliant job so far, Shiv. Just 1 run in this. There's a slight signal from the wicketkeeper. We'll have to see what that's about. Oh, that's not what he wanted to bowl anyways. As Harshad has put away a full toss on his pads with such ease. 1 bounce 4. That's absolutely easy picking. Shiv trying something different this time. Yeah, slight change in his action as well. Almost a waist high full toss, and Harshad just has to get enough bat on it with square leg inside the ring as well. Real loosener. First boundary for Harshad as well. He's on 9 of 12 now. Just 8 runs required for 7 districts. And 3.2 overs to do it in as well. Slightly shorter, back of a length towards that point fielder. No risky single taken. Don't want to take any risk, these two. Trying to just cruise along and finish things. Oh, there it is. Another effort ball from Shiv. Really gets his wrist behind the ball and tries to get it as high as possible. As Harshad just pushes it towards that short extra cover fielder who looks like he's been hit on the knee. He'll need some looking into. But at the end of 17 overs, 7 districts are 115 for 2. Yeah, driven really hard down the ground by Navneet. Pushes it towards that deep extra cover fielder. He picks up a single with these two batsmen. Not trying to take any risk whatsoever. Trying to get the team home comfortably. Just 7 runs required. Once again on Shetty. Bowling his first over today. This one's tucked onto the leg side by Harshad. Slight fumble again by the fielder. Allows them to come back for that double. Runs coming thick and fast for the 7 districts batsmen. Only 5 more required now. It's been an easy task as they've cruised along this entire innings. Not looked to take too many risks. Obviously helped by the power player Ashman Banu. Plays such exhilarating strokes down the ground, really powerful behind the ball. Now just 5 required. Harshad driven down the ground. He pushes hard and goes for that single. Convincing call and a really good single taken as he gets home in time. Once again, Navneet comes down the track. Can only find the short extra cover fielder. Another dot added to the scoreboard. He hasn't batted as fluently as he would have liked today, Navneet, but he's done a good job for his team so far. Just about taking them home now. 4 runs required. Ample amount of balls to do it in as well. It's been a one-sided affair so far. Oh, there he does. Comes down the track, pushes this. Will the fielder do it? No, he doesn't. Big fumble. Pushes it towards the boundary. And here the 7 districts players running onto the field in jubilation. Second win on the board for them. Really familiar with these home conditions. They've done a brilliant job. 2 out of 2 for them now. They pull off a very, very convincing chase. Here's the match summary. They did a really good job early on to restrict Houston Mavericks to 122. Got them all out within 19 overs. And then came out, really steadied that ship. Managed to score 123 while just losing 2 wickets. All within 18 overs here at the JMR Sporting Club Oval 2. Match number 8 in the World Junior League 2025. Been a brilliant show so far. We've seen some exciting cricket. Seen some remarkable displays of batting and bowling. It's only day 2 so far yet. Don't miss out on any of the action tomorrow as well. So we have Group A and Group B games going on simultaneously here at the JMR Sporting Club. We'll wait to see tons and tons of exciting cricket and thrilling encounters as the teams go head to head once again. But here's news from the centre here, signing off from the Combox. 7 districts win by 8 wickets. And we'll dive into a short break and be back to you with the post-match presentation.
presentation of a World Junior League Under 14 2025. It was an amazing game of cricket where we saw match number 8, Houston Mavericks batting first, and they went on to score 122 and were all out, not able to play out the all out to 20 overs and just playing 19 overs in reply. Seven Districts chasing it down comfortably in just 17.5 overs and have won their second game comfortably by 8 wickets. Well, now it's time to invite the losing captain. I would like to have Teja Vijayapurapu from Houston Mavericks to please step forward and have a few words with us. Teja, not the best of the games, second loss to the tournament. What do you think went wrong today?
I mean, we improved our dot balls. Like, we batted faster today, but I mean, we could still do better.
Compared to the last game, I think you boys have played exceptionally well. So where are the areas you think you need a bit of improvement?
I think our bowling was still a little bit loose. I mean, we could have bowled tighter.
Still one more game to go, so I'm pretty much optimistic you will be wanting to win that game.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you were amazing, Teja. Keep up the good work and best luck for the future.
Thank you.
That was Teja, very good captain. He's done well so far. Now it's time to invite the winning captain. It's Zakaria Afridi from 7 Districts to please step forward. Zakaria, बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो. कमाल की शानदार आपने कैप्टनसी किया. सबसे पहले ये बताएं लग कैसा रहा है सेकंड जीत के बाद?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling well, and I'm happy with the team performance. सभी ने अच्छा किया, and I'm happy with it.
ये बताएं कि विकेट कैसा प्ले करा था आज?
Yeah, wicket I think bowling wicket थी. You know, टर्न हो रहा था पिच में. So yeah, it's good.
दूसरा मैच, दूसरी विन, कैसा कॉन्फिडेंस है कैंप में?
Yeah, बहुत अच्छा confidence, and we are looking for the next match कि हम ग्रुप को टॉप करें.
आखिरी सवाल, 2 में से 2 मैचेस, आज डिनर पे कहाँ लेके जा रहे हैं सबको?
डिनर में तो I don't know.
You were absolutely brilliant, Zakaria. Keep up the good work and best luck for the next matches.
Thank you, thank you.
That was Zakaria with his inspirational leadership qualities today and a comprehensive win for 7 Districts yet again. It's now time to invite our special guest. It's the co-owner, Mr. Hamza Khan, if he could please step forward to give away the player of the match. And the player of the match goes to, I think we don't have any surprises on this one. It is Vishank Kripalani for his brilliant bowling performance. 4 overs, 24 runs, and he's picked up 4 wickets at a very crucial stage for his side. Absolutely sensational and breathtaking bowling performance by a champion bowler, Vishank Kripalani. Vishank, if you could please step forward and have a few words with us. Congratulations, you were absolutely brilliant. Tell us more about how the wicket played today.
So, originally my goal was just to bowl wicket to wicket and try to just confuse the batsman to spin, because this wicket was really a good wicket for spinners. It was turning a lot. There was a bit of skid as well, so I decided to use this to my advantage and just try and get as many wickets and get as many wickets and bowl line and length.
And what was going through your mind before you came into the game? What was your plan? What was the strategy before you came in?
As I said, it was just all I had in my head was just bowl line and length, be confident, and just try your best.
You've taken 4 wickets, and all of those 4 wickets were absolutely brilliant. Do you remember which one was the best, and which one did you like the most?
I think I liked the last wicket, which is stumping, because that ball is like a really good ball and it turned a lot. And also the bowl that I got was a pretty good ball as well.
Last question. Who do you want to dedicate this player of the match to?
So I'd like to dedicate it to my coach for teaching me a lot, Coach Saqib, and also to the captain Afridi for giving me a lot of confidence and encouraging me a lot. So yeah.
Incredible bowling performance, Vishank. Keep up the good work and best of luck for the next match. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
That was Vishank with his lovely bowling performance. We are done and dusted with the post-match presentation, but do join us tomorrow. We've got another action pack lined up for you. Until then, it's goodbye and God bless.